We're calling this one Aristocrats tonight. Isn't that a stupid name? That's just the dumbest name you've ever seen. I think it might be, but this is, look, I think that if Aristocrats is going to be successful in this environment, it's going to have to play like the lowest curve imaginable. This deck has to be extremely, extremely efficient to actually, develop its board state the way that it wants to on an early enough turn to be relevant. That's the problem with Aristocrats. We are not in 2015 or even 2012 or whatever, where we can just like, oh, I've got 7 turns to develop my board state. Somebody's going to win by turn 9. It's going to be fine. Come on, dude. Like, that can happen in some mid-range matchups, but Standard's gotten faster. And not only that, just cards in general, overall, have gotten more efficient over the last, 5, 6, 7 years. So, your 1-drops need to be really powerful. You need to have enough of them so that you can, again, get on board and set up the way Aristocrats needs to traditionally be set up. It would normally have more breathing room to be able to do that, but not in this Standard, man. Not at all. And also you have to guard against cards like Sunfall, so you have to be fast enough to theoretically beat a Sunfall, and you have to have tools against that Sunfall. But we've got a couple here. Let's get into the deck. We've got 4 Raise the Past. But, just like we were talking about the other day, if you haven't seen the top 3 new decks of the week, this one is reminiscent of the Aristocrats deck that finished 5-0 in League, but it's different, all things considered. There's a couple of different card choices, but it really got me, wanting to play Aristocrats this week, which, that's easy. I always want to play Aristocrats, but again, I like this concept of just like playing a million 1-drops and, getting on board. So with that in mind, we've got 4 Elisil Core in the deck. My fiance, we're getting married at some point. It'll happen before she rotates, I'm sure, but we'll see. We haven't set a date. This is my favorite card. Maybe, I was going to say in Standard, but like maybe my favorite card of all time. Playing Magic for 30 years. Took a couple of year or 2 breaks, in between a couple of times. So I guess I've been playing Magic for a quarter of a century. And I've seen it all, baby. And this is maybe my favorite card that's ever existed. Just love her so much. And, we get a lot of triggers off this card in this deck for a lot of reasons. Bartolome del Presidio, or Presidio. It's Bartolome del Presidio is in this deck. This is a way to get through a Sunfall. You're still going to lose all your guys, but you sacrifice everything to Bartolome. Bartolome still gets exiled, right? They get a token, whatever. It's a 1/1. Unless they have creatures, you know what I mean? But again, this is a way to get dudes in our yard for a future Raise the Past, even through a Sunfall. It's super important. And again, this also helps us play through all the other exile removal in Standard, of which there is a copious amount, a ridiculous amount of exile removal in Standard. Vron, Executioner Thane, just a 1-of in this deck. This actually didn't show up in the League 5-0 deck, but I'm bold. I'm going to play 1-of. We got 4 Vengeful Blood Witch to complete our Blood Artist package in the deck. So that's like 9 total Blood Artists in our Aristocrats deck. That seems okay. Zahur, Glory's Past is a brand new card from Aetherdrift. We finally got to a new card, but the couple of new cards that we're playing, really 3 new cards that we're playing, which is a lot when you think about it, are pretty impactful. I'm only playing 2 of this. The deck that 5-0'd League, which I hate to keep bringing up, but that is kind of what inspired me to play the deck again. Played a full 4 of this and a full 4 of a lot of its legends, which I found kind of interesting. But in that deck, instead of doing Hinterland Sanctifier tricks with like Starscape Cleric, the big combo, I think, was, your legends all come back into play from Raise the Past and they die. And Elisil Core and Vengeful Blood Witch see them dying. So maybe you get a bunch of damage that way. In this deck, we're not necessarily relying on like any real big like combo OTK or anything, but I'm still playing a 2-of Zahur here. I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. Zahur, Glory's Past. This is 2 mana for a 3/2 legendary zombie cat warrior. Let's go with the creature types. Start your engine, sack another creature, surveil 1. You can only activate this sack ability once per turn, but when it has max speed and a non-token creature you control dies, you get a tap 2/2 zombie. That's a pretty good ability, especially if you do have like 2 Blood Artists on the table. You can sacrifice a creature, and then that gives you a 2/2, and you sacrifice that. You won't get another 2/2. It was a token, but you are getting a lot of death triggers off of your Blood Artists. So I like the kind of cut of this thing's hair, and we're going to try it out, especially with Raise the Past, because you get it back with that card. Apart from that, some of the usual suspects, right? We got Snarling Gorehound in here to enable Raise the Past a little bit more, hit our land drops or other important cards. Infestation Sage is a really good card to go to the graveyard from the battlefield. Nesting, well, let's go Duskrose Reliquary and Eaten Alive. So that's 5 removal spells in this deck. Not sure it's enough, but one more time, that League 5-0 deck played literally no removal whatsoever. There's no removal in that deck, period. Which is really riding the lightning to me. So I'm not going to chance things that much. I do want some removal in my deck, right? So I'm going to play those. We have good sacrifice fodder, not only in Infestation Sage, but in Nesting Bot, another brand new card from Aetherdrift here. This is just another Infestation Sage. Doesn't leave a flyer behind, but sometimes, you know, it's a Savannah Lions if we have max speed, so another good reason to play speed in our deck. And, you know, it's fodder. More fodder is good, right? Sometimes we have Zahur on max speed, then we'll sack our Nesting Bot, or it'll die in combat. We'll end up getting 3 power back for that. And we can sacrifice that and get more death triggers or whatever. So bot is just, it's a lot of math sometimes, you know, to make sure you've got the win in your pocket, but it's a good card, man. And the other new card from Aetherdrift is Gas Guzzler. I saved this one for more or less last because it's the card that I'm not only most excited about, but the one that I've had good experience with so far when I have played Aristocrats and Aetherdrift. Hasn't been a whole lot, but this card has been really impressive. If you hit max speed, it's another way through Sunfalls and other sweepers and stuff. You can draw a bunch of cards for your creatures dying, and it's just a good threat of activation to have up. They have a removal spell. I got a card draw, whatever. So, love this little dude so far, and he's just a Savannah Lions, if nothing else. He's okay sack fodder if you're a long way away from max speed, so just a lot of good things about this dude, man, all things considered. That's more or less the deck. We're pushing a slightly lower land count in this thing, and we don't want to play too many tap lands, so only 2 Shadowy Backstreet in a deck that really looks like it should play 4, but again, with this many 1s and 2s that we must get on curve, I really don't want to futz around with tap land. We go first here, sick. That's pretty good. We get a Gorehound into Ellis on turn 2. Life is good, hopefully. Opponent probably just has a sea, an ocean of removal spells. We'll cross that bridge we get. That's why we got Raise the Pass, baby. Be alright. Blue-white on turn 1, so I guess that means they have Elspeth's Smite up. Should we come in or not? I'm not sure. Ellis Ilkor, we get a Gorehound proc. Let's put a Gorehound in our yard. Sure. And I'm coming in. Okay, so the Elspeth Smite test passed. They didn't have it. Plains. Into Philology Archaeologist. Is this the Omniscience deck? I think it might be the Omniscience deck. Yeah, they put a couple of Founding of the Third Path in their yard and they get one back. We get a Dusk Rose Reliquary. That could be helpful. Snarling Gorehound 2. Gain a life. Get a Surveil. Bartolome. Sure. Caves. Come on in. I don't think they need that archaeologist, but they don't block with it, so maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it's in the turn. See what they do. Founding the Third Path. Spending all of their current mana on that, but they haven't played a land this turn. They cast Chart a Course for free. Oh, okay, they dump a Rakdos joins up. It's that deck. Okay. Okay, so we can't just mess around. All of our removal sorcery speed, so we probably die to the stack. Very likely. Go up to 22, get a couple of Surveils here. Infestation Sage can go in the yard. Nesting Bot can go in the... Actually. Is this exactly what I want if I get another turn? It might be. Let's come in with the boys. See if they block the Ellis this turn. They do. Target opponent part player mills 4? Yes, okay. Well, I can't do anything about an enchantment anyway. So if they have it, they have it this turn. Maybe they'll be freaked out by the fact that we have open go for the throat mana. Hulking Metamorph in yard. Okay, I think they might be able to do it. They just rip that cord, they might be able to pull it off. They have to have a land, right? Have to have a land. Come on. They Founding. We get another turn. We get another turn. I wonder what free spell they cast here. Cool. Removal? Prankster. Okay. Good stuff. Didn't really put much in their yard there. They get back a moment of truth. Pass turn. Our turn. Okay. Oakley dokley. Huh. What's nesting bot? Get our triggers. Nesting bot on top? No. No, I want to raise the past. Vengeful Blood Witch. That's also very good, but let's put it in there for raise the past. And then let's sacrifice the nesting bot to Bart. Bing bong. We go to 10. We'll get another surveil here. Concealed courtyard. Concealed courtyard. 2 in a row on top. Let's put those in the yard. Engines go to 2. Bart gets bigger. Sacrifice the other nesting bot token to El Barto. Get our trigger. They go to 9. They go to 1 on this. But then we can just sacrifice creatures to Bart and win the game. So good game, opponent. Nice. Alright. Whoo! Good game. Good game, good game, good game. Nice. Alright. Win our first one with quote-unquote good aristocrats here. And we do it exactly the way we want to do it, especially if we don't get a raise the past, right? We want these 2 creatures in play and a couple of fodder pieces, and the arena gods gifted us exactly what we needed. So, thanks. Thanks, arena gods. We're up against Unique 1-2, but their name isn't spelled the way you'd think. It's clever. They get to go first. And I guess our curve's okay. I guess it's fine. We got a Gorehound, really. Into Vengeful Blood Witch into Double Spell. Vengeful Blood Witch and Sage on turn 3. However, they've just played Authority of the Consoles, which is very good. It's very good. Snarling Gorehound comes down tap. They gain a life. That's so good. You know, it's mostly against mono red, right? Another Authority? Alright, now we get to roll our eyes a little bit. I feel like we've earned an eye roll on that one. Let's Brawn this turn. Take our Surveil. They gain their 2 life. Let's put a land in the bin. That seems great. Boy, it's trying to give us lands again, isn't it? It's trying to give us a bunch. Gorehound should help with that. Especially in the coming turns. Spelunking. Ah, what are you doing? What kind of wild thing are you doing over there? That land has pay 1 life, add a mana of any color. That's really good. Well, they're probably going to cast Sunfall this coming up turn as a way for Arena to remind me that you shouldn't do this. That you shouldn't do what I'm doing. But it's funny how in those games they make sure you don't get your Gas Guzzler or your Bartolome. It's like, well, I put things in the deck specifically to combat exactly that Arena. I do know these cards exist. They don't care. They go up to 30 from Authority of the Consoles. Jeez. Jeez. And they just keep... Look at that. Look at that. 3 lands on top in a row from Surveils. Look at that. Arena just trying to put us through it tonight with the lands, dude. 3 lands in our yard from Surveils. Is it the Sunfall? Is it the Sunfall turn? No, it's a Calamitous Cave. It's not so bad. That's not so bad at all, actually. Cool. Well, they take a bunch of damage. They go back down to their starting life total. Sick. Alright. So, let's play a Blood Witch. They gain some life. Let's play a... Well... Let's play an Infestation Sage. How about that? Can we do that? This is going to be a fun one. Especially if they just have, like, Calamitous Cave-Ins as their sweeper. That could be very fun. They go back up to 24 that turn. They Cosmium Confluence. What are you going to choose? You get a cave. They put it in tapped. They do that 3 times. Okay, and it's all Cavernous Maws. So this is a sweeper deck. They have more than just Cave-In. Guaranteed. If this is the path they're taking, they have more than Cave-In. Alright, select red with a Sunken Citadel when it came into play. So this turn we get to Blood Witch. They just gain so much life off Authority. I wonder how much life they'd be at if they didn't have double Authority in play right now. I'd really like to know the answer to that question. How much life have you gained? So I played 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures this game. So if you gain 16 life off that card, that sounds right. Sounds right. It may be 15. Because, you know, they played an authority and then I played a creature. They deadly cover up. Okay. This sucks, though, because they're going to collect evidence and take away our Blood Witch. They're going to do that. And then, like, even if we raise the pass, like, it's just not enough. It's a fun game, though. They go down to 21. All those triggers. You guys see all those triggers over there? And they went down to above their starting life total. That's painful. That's a lot of pain. I'm in pain. We get a nesting bot. That doesn't do anything. We go to 19. Our speed goes to 3. Sick. I'm just looking at their lands. Sorry for the pause there. I guess I'll let them gain... Just go back up to the same life total they were at when the turn started. 21. God. Again, even raise the pass is not great here because it gains them, I don't know, 30? Literally, like I think it might gain them like 30 life. They cast Split Up off of a Hidden Nursery's Discover mode. That's great. That's really fun. That's fun stuff. Then they gain 2 when the Nesting Bot token comes into play. That's wild. Deck as well. Oh, they're going to Discover again. They get a Spelunking this time. They'll gain the 4 off of it too. What are you? Hidden Courtyard. Oh, it's another Discover land. Alright, man. Sure. We'll just Gas Guzzler. We can draw a card now. Or, more accurately, we can draw a card now. So that's good. I like cards. Is it possible to win this game? I'm still here, you know? Like, I'm gonna try it. We haven't seen an exile-based sweep yet. Although, they're just gonna gain too much life off of authority, dude. Just stop thinking you can win. They gain too much life off of authority. They just do. What now, brown cow? 2 cards in hand and all the mana in your deck. Another Cosmium Confluence? That'd be gross, you know? Come on, brother. Oh, they doppelgang. That's what they're doing. They doppelgang. Nice. Oh, they gain like 16 life. Or maybe. I don't know. Depends on how many caves they can drop. But they draw 4. Which is nasty, dude. That's so nasty. So nasty. So they drew 4 business cards just then. How do we do it? How do we do it? I'm still in this game. The opponent's cooking with caves over there. There's the Raise the Past. I mean, we're a little bit forced to play the Raise the Past. Like, just a little bit, I think. We kind of absolutely must play the card. Let's do it. We get a bunch of stuff back. We get a bunch of surveils. I guess that's fun. Yep, that's life. That's a lot of life. They go to 49. Oh no, there's a Raise the Past on the top. I have to keep it. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't. Actually, I don't have to keep it. I don't. I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards here. It's going to be nothing but lands the rest of the way. Yeah, 3 lands in a row. No. 4 lands in a row. At least we blasted through that pocket, you know. 5 lands in a row. Wow, deck. 6 lands in a row. Arena. Do you just not go down that far? 7 lands in a row it was going to be. Wow. Wow, that's variance, schmariance, pudding and pie. Good lord. Another land. Okay. You'd think there wouldn't be one for a while. Here's an Infestation Sage. Cool. LS Silk Core. Synthetic Pilgrim. No. Shadowy Backstreet. No. Swamp. No. Zahur. No. Duskrose Reliquary. No. That's it. I'm trying, if you can't tell, I'm trying to get to another Raise the Past. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure it's good enough. I'm just not. We're through half our deck and have only seen 2 Raise the Past. But I guess that makes sense, right? Half your deck, 2 raised pass. That's exactly the correct distribution when you really get down to it. There's the cover up. They won't take 46 damage, but it will be a glorious amount of triggers. It's an absolutely ludicrous amount of triggers. Let's see if they do take 46. I don't know the math on it. I don't know how many creatures died. They're going to cover up, though, for sure, and take these Blood Witches. I mean, they have to do that. No, they take the Raise the Pass this time. Okay. Well, get all the triggers that you can. Opponent just cooking hardcore over there. They're cooking too much. Too much. They will gain some life when our nesting bot tokens come into play, so I guess keep that in mind. Hidden Courtyards are untapped. Sunken Citadels. There is a Cavernous Maw untapped. These are only sorcery speed. Opponent has to click through all these triggers. Just hit Resolve All, yeah. Come on, man. Authority happens, Authority happens, Authority happens. And then they take all these triggers. And they go to 20. Starting life total. That's funny. And then they Day of Judgment. Sun. Sun. And we draw a land. Good game, opponent. It really was. I'll tip my cup to you rather than saying good game, because this was a real one. I enjoyed this one. I really did. We will not play against someone that is cooking that hard. These people are cooking like Uncle Roger. I was going to say, you know, Gordon Ramsay or something, but like, I've seen him try to make grilled cheese. I don't know, man. All right, we go first here. Curve's good. Infestation Sage into Ellis or Blood Witch. So, see if we can get it together here. In case that game doesn't make YouTube, man. Our last game, we played against the Pro Tour winning deck, and I didn't sack the blocker. They were coming in with a 7/7 lifelink, and I could have sacked the blocker so their lifelinker didn't deal any damage. And I forgot to do that because I'm a big, dumb stupid. And I feel really bad about it, to be honest. LSO Core just died. He's going to die immediately. So you'd think I LSO Core and then try to gain life off the rest of the creatures I play this game, but no. No. Let's just play the creature that dies to removal, because it will die to removal, and it'll also pay us off for having done so. I like that. They don't have the cut down. Second black mana. For Dragonfly Jones, that's a good... They anoint with Affliction on their main phase, too. No respect for themselves or others. Let's Zahur. That'll go ahead and get our speed started. Come in with the Sage. Bing bong. Get a 2 speed. Haven't gotten this card to pop yet. Unstoppable Slasher. He is unstoppable, everybody. Don't you forget. It's our turn. Yeah, Ellis this turn. Eaten alive. Sacrifice the Infestation Sage here. And exile that Unstoppable Slasher. The little guy. 3 speed. Good news. And we get a hit for 3. Nasty. Alright, in the turn. We can sack our Insect for a Surveil if we want. It's kind of fun. Oh, you're going to stab our LSO Core, huh? Well, I guess we'll sacrifice that for a Surveil. Vengeful Blood Witch on top. Let's put it in the yard. Let's do that. We've already got one in our hand. It'll be alright. Zahur maybe goes to full speed next turn. We got a flyer. And Holy Annex comes down. They're going to put themselves at 12. We're going to end up needing a removal spell here pretty soon. It's LSO Core. That's Nesting Bot. That's pretty gross, right? Gain our life. Let's get in. We go to full speed. Alright. Well, sack the Nesting Bot. We get 2 bodies. I really want to wait till we have the second Blood Witch down next turn to do that. That'll be gross, dude. Duress? Well, I regret to inform you. It does nothing, Dragonfly Jones. Well, they're not going to be able to get their 5/5 or 6/6 flyer this turn. In good news. What though now? Unstoppable Slasher. They're going for it, man. Balls to the walls, as they say. Unholy NX puts him at 6. Dude, do you just die? Are you just dead? I think they are. Let's Vengeful Blood Witch. Gross. Sack the bot. Now we do. I guess we come in, right? This is correct. Yeah, I had to look at the swing for a second. Like, this is right. Yeah, they blocked the correct creature, Ellis Core. So we will sack the... You're coming in for damage anyway. Yeah, they got it figured out before we did. I don't know if they see the exact right line, but either way, that's a winning line, right? Because sure, they block the LSO core, but like Nesting Bot gets through for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we just win. We just win, and I'm sitting here like, what do we sacrifice? We don't have to sacrifice anything. We just win with combat damage. I think opponent realized that before me. That is the problem with Aristocrats, right? You're always in that math mode. You're always in that math mode, dude. Or it's like, how do I win by sacking dudes? Like, even if you don't have to do that. Let's go one more with this. We go first. Curving, too. Just curving all day. That's what I like about these, like, super low Aristocrats decks. Like, you get to play Magic early in the game. We get an Infestation Sage. Our opponent reads it. They play Swamp. We have 2 Raise the Pass, but we need more creatures than this. Pretty obviously. I'm just going to come in. Okay, so that was a cut down check. It doesn't appear as though they have it. Also, Core comes down. My wife. Give me one My Wife joke. Anoint! Everybody have Anoint on turn 2. That's the 2nd game in a row. I guess I shouldn't futz too much. We get another LSO Core off the top of our library because she just wants to be with me. Here comes Infestation Sage. They get 18. You got a 2nd Anoint? Do you? Unholy Annex. It's this deck again, man. They go to 16. Drawing their cords. We get a Gas Guzzler. We need a 2nd black mana, like, kind of bad. Coming in. Speed at 2. Opponent's at 13. Bloodletter. Ouch. Okay, so we got to deal with that. And we will. We did get Raise the Past here. That's kind of gross. Let's Eaten Alive. Sack a creature. Target the Bloodletter. Infestation Sage gets sacked. Also Core triggers. We get a little insect guy off of our Infestation Sage. They exile their Bloodletter. Just what a... How come... You know, like Aristocrats isn't the most popular deck in the world. Look at all those triggers, man. You just going to get your 6/6? No, they're going to play another Bloodletter. That's unfair. That's just not fair, man. We get a Vron this turn. Well, we can get back our Infestation Sage. That's alright, I guess. Could be worse. Let's go with the Vron. Let's do it. And let's just attack with our boys. Let's just get in, dude. I'm not going to attack with the Flyer. That wouldn't be right. But they will block the Guzzler. We'll get Brawn triggers and Ellis triggers and everything. That's cool. Speed goes to 4. Not that it matters right now, but it may matter later. Opponent's at 7, by the way. They're going to gain 2 every turn from Unholy Annex, but, you know. Another another Bloodletter. Ooh. Ooh. So bad. It's really bad, man. That's awful. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. They go for the throat. So they go to 6. I don't think we can do it, but we can get pretty close. They don't attack with that Bloodletter. Why? Why didn't they attack with Bloodletter? I don't understand. Swing with the boys. They block the 1/1. They go to 6. They go to 5. We raise. Then we can sack the Infestation Sage to the Vron. Get a guy. They go to 2. We get a nesting bot. If they kill a guy, they die. Unless it's Vron. They kill Vron. They Deep Cavern Bat. If they kill Vron, that would actually, like, suck butts. That'd be horrible. Archfiend of the Dross, huh? Alright. Cool. And then they have to pass turn. They go to 4 here. We go to 7, so let's watch out. I think we only have like 1 turn left. They're going to kill the Vron. No, they drew that cut down. They drew that cut down, kid. Oh, and we die too. Oh my god. Oh my god, because of Archfiend triggers we die. What a game though. I gotta say. What a game. I was just talking, in case that doesn't make YouTube, I was just talking about how the traditional mono black, like Unholy NX deck, that just happens to have like Bloodletter of Aclazotz and Unstoppable Slasher, it's kind of a burn deck. You know, like when you really get down to it, the Archfiend trigger, whenever a creature dies, is burn. Bloodletter just increases your burn, right? Unholy NX is burn. Hopeless Nightmare is burn. Iridescent Vine Lasher, we're talking about how those are burned too. Unstoppable Slasher is technically burn because, you know, lose half your life is crazy. So, like, Mono Black Burn is a deck everybody loves, and it hit me while building earlier that, like, this just typical Mono Black deck is burn. It's a burn deck. So they outburned us that game, and we rode the line too, like both times. Oh, Team Big Brain, thanks for the raid just now, dude. Thank you so much. Welcome, Raiders. Appreciate you. But yeah, Tom Fjord gave us a great game there. That was a good one, dude. Man, sometimes even the ones you lose are like, man, at least they shook out in a cool way. They had to get 2 Bloodletters to like make it happen, but they definitely did. They had to draw. They drew that cut down EOT. You understand? The Unholy NX drew that cut down. That's, ooh, what a game. What a game, what a game, what a game. All right, so one more. I have officially one more again with this one. Opponent goes first. Man, I really would like some white mana, but I can probably run with this for a couple of turns. I keep saying stuff that's like ominous. You know, that sounds ominous. Like, I'll be fine. It's like, I'll be right back in a horror movie. You know what I mean? Opponent mulligans here. Fable mulligan into Fable Passage, huh? Alright. Alright. Let's see what kind of mana they get. It's a swamp. It's a pretty swamp too, though. That's very nice. I like that. Gorehound is usually what you do here. And I think it's correct. Well, yeah, it's right. We started the game with a raise the pass. We need more land drops. Like, Gorehound's correct. Yeah. Of course, they could just cut it down. But they didn't have it EOT there. Red, black, red. Okay, you're lizards. All right, you've been lizards this whole time. So, really cool new card from Aetherdrift here. It's a lizard, and when it comes into play, it drains the opponent. That's really good for lizards. Why don't more people play it? Blood Witch and get up Surveil. Not getting our engine started very early, which I don't love, but we do have White Source on top. Let's go in, Menace with the Gorehound. Thrill Seeker 2. Ouch. Okay. We're at 18. Their engines are at 3. None blocks. We go to 16. They're going to have quite the assault going on us here soon. Let's Zahur and Guzzler. Yeah, we want 4th land, so sure. I'll once again get him with the Bloodhound. Gorehound, rather. I'm not, like, super worried about our life total yet, but it won't be long before I start to get very worried. Looking at Zahur like they can remove it. They can't. They cut it down. Yeah. We'll gain our life off Blood Witch. That's fine, though. Again, we got to raise the pass. We just got to make it a couple of turns. An opponent appears to be choked on mana at the moment. These guys now have Death Touch and Haste, which is pretty cool. I think we do Vron this turn. Caves goes in the yard. I like Guzzler this turn, coming in, 17. Speed up to 3. Vine Lasher, okay. Did you get your land drop? No. Huh. Cool. We block with Gorehound here. Go to 11. Blood Witch trigger, Brawn trigger. So they're at 14, we're at 14. It's 14 up right now. Oh, we have a choice. Okay, so I can get Zahur and Snarling Gorehound out of my yard. Or I can just Bartolome Nesting Bot, which I think is like way better. So let's just do all that. We still have a black mana too to sack something to a Gas Guzzler here after we do all that. Which means that I want to sack the Nesting Bot now on my turn. Yeah. The Brawn trigger speed goes up to 4. We can draw a card now. Let's get in with the Brawn. They don't block. They go to 9. We're at 17. Game's looking okay. Lands, am I right? Let's give him a nice. Sorry, bud. It's like, your deck does usually operate on 1 or 2 lands, but you need to double spell. Like, Lizards absolutely has to double spell, so yeah, I'm not surprised they got out of there. Like, with 1 more land, they could have had such a much better board presence. They really could have. But yeah, we were just starting to cook there, so I'm going to get 1 more in, and then we'll switch to the dumb mono blue deck for like 2 or 3 games. Alright, we go first. Yeah, open packs and achievements. Yeah, we'll do that at the end. Go first. 2 mana, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm a sucker for this start. Gorehound into Blood Witch. It's nasty. If we do get our 3rd mana, Bartolome Nesting Bot on turn 3 is also Delicioso? Muy, in fact? We didn't get a 3rd land yet, but we did get a 2nd Blood Witch, which is, you know, always welcome. Let's get it down. Let's get it down. Let's see if they use a removal spell on the Gorehound before we get a Surveil. They do. They burst lightning. Okay. Put that in our yard. Sucks we can't get lands, though. I was hoping that Gorehound would help us get these land drops. Dragon Fodder? It's a Goblins deck. Sick. Okay, well, we didn't get the land, guys. Sigh. We didn't get the land. I'm going to Guzzler and Nesting Bot. I think that's the correct way to use this turn. And then say go. Well, now we're the one choked on lands. Maybe we can make it work. Goblin on Cavern of Souls. In case there was any doubt, this is a Goblins deck. Dropkick Bomber. Oh, the Murphys here. The Dropkick Murphys. So we'll go to 17. We'll get a Blood Witch trigger, though. Token from Nesting Bot. It is now 19 to 18. We got our 3rd land. That's cool. I think we want this Blood Witch. Sega. Gonna be hard to increase our speed this way, but I still think it's the way, as they say. Yeah, block with the Guzzler. Speed's not doing much for us right now. Oh, they frenzy one of our Blood Witches. Okay. Still get a couple of triggers. See what the total math comes out to here. It's good to have a computer sometimes. This is never fun in paper. I don't know why I like Aristocrats in paper so much. I will miss triggers. So we're at starting life total. They're at 15. They Cacophony Scamp. They have 3 cards left in their hand. Cacophony Scamp 2. That's pretty good. We don't get our land, but we can Bartolome Infestation Sage this turn. Sets it up pretty nicely. No tax in the turn. So we must. It is do or die 4th land now. Here comes Burnout Bastronaut. They've officially started their engines. And here we go. Don't want to give them fly-in or nothing? Come on in. Yeah. Yeah, all of them. All the boys. That's how you do it. You get your money for nothing. Your chicks for free. Well, I think we just killed a bomber here. So, we block up. Sack you. The Infestation Sage. It's on blocks. Get our trigger. Get both of our triggers, as a matter of fact. And then sack the resulting insect. And we'll see if they have Lightning Strike. They do not. And we'll bang them into each other. Right, we go to 17. They lose their bomber. Engines go to 2, or speed does, rather. Scamp, you gonna sack and kill our Bartolome? Try to. Oops. It's only doing 1. That sure says 5-2. That sure says 5-2. Yep. Yep, I let you look at it for a while too. I was like, look, it says 5-2, opponent. It says that. All right, so we get an Ellis this turn. That's not as good as a Lamb, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. So all their Gobos are 1-1. Let's see if they get another Anthem this coming up turn. Let's come on in with the Bartolome. That's correct. They're going to take it. Wow, okay. So go to 8. Speed goes to 2. In the turn. All right. Please draw an untap land. Please, just please, this one time draw an untap. Ooh, it's a Krenko. Oh, I bet you're super mad you lost your bomber then. Or no, that's not the one that gives it haste. But still, we need to kill them before that Krenko can tap. Do we go all in here? Do we go all in? I guess we don't have to. 4th land. Oh my god. Won't they be impressed? I am a genius. Alright, so let's sacrifice this guy. I guess we'll sacrifice... We don't have to sack the El Silcor. We don't have to do that. But it will make the Bartolome a little bit larger, so I guess why not, right? Sack it. Crack it. Here comes Raise the Past. This is why we play this version of the deck, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all those boys! What were you doing dancing with all those guys? Yeah, go ahead and scoop it up, opponent. That's the game, baby. Alright, so Mono Red Goblins trying to do fun stuff over there, and we're kind of the bad guy. I apologize, Goblins, but this is exactly how I want to win a game with Aristocrats, dude. Look at that. 3 different Blood Artists on the table. Look at that fodder. Look at Infestation Sage, Nesting Bot, delicious. Bartolome. Starling Gorehound got us like 7 triggers just then, so we make sure that we get to our next, you know, Raise the Past or whatever. That's how Aristocrats plays. That's this deck. Don't think about any other games we play with this deck. This is the, well, this and the beginning game. Those are both good. But this, yeah, Aristocrats is a jam, dude, in Standard. It's always fun. Even when your opponents win, apparently. We had some really good games where our opponent won tonight. So, excellent stuff, dude.